In this video, I'll be sharing my clients' results during Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and these 7 extremely important tips and lessons that you can apply for any promotion in the coming year and next year's Black Friday and Cyber Monday. We have one Shopify store doing over 190,000 euros in net revenue and making 48,000 euros in profit. We have another Shopify store doing over 170,000 pounds in net revenue and making almost 30,000 pounds in net profit. And we have one Shopify store doing only 50,000 pounds or dollars in revenue and actually losing money. Yeah, losing money. I'm going to share the unfiltered truth as to why one brand is making 48,000 in profit while the other is not even making a penny and actually losing money. This video is littered with golden nuggets, so stay tuned and I'm sure you'll get a lot of value out of it. So tip number 1 is give your audience multiple real reasons to come back. Here are the offers that we ran for a clothing brand. So first off is 20% off t-shirts. Second promotion is 40% off hoodies, pants, crew necks, and shorts. Third real reason was limited edition designs dropping on Black Friday. Fourth reason was limited edition designs dropping on Cyber Monday. And the fifth real reason was mystery boxes dropping on the 30th of November. And as you can see from the image, every drop resembled a peak in traffic because we gave them real reasons to come to us instead of just regurgitating the same message over and over again. And that results in a lot more traffic, and it also gives different people different reasons to buy from you, because one person may really like the mystery box, whereas the other person may just want 20% off the tees, right? Tip number 2, Black Friday and Cyber Monday is one before Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So during Black Friday, it's extremely expensive to advertise. So CPMs are through the roof because everyone is flooding the markets with their ads. Now, another reason why it's hard to scale during Black Friday and Cyber Monday is because you can't really target prospects effectively, because that prospect is a competitor's loyal customer, right? So your competitors are actually just retargeting their loyal customers, and on top of that, they're also offering their loyal customers insane offers. That is why most businesses can't scale their ads on prospecting during Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Their revenue potential is dependent on how many people are on their customers' lists and within their engaged lists. You can simply build your engaged lists by promoting early access or additional discounts long before Black Friday and Cyber Monday even comes around the corner. And you can even invest heavily in building lists and getting new customers in September, for example, or October, when it is actually a lot cheaper to advertise and you can still get new customers and already build out those lists. But be aware that if you do this and you build out your lists, building out the list is actually unprofitable right up until you release your offer. As you can see, we were in the red up until our offer went live, and I even upped the budget the closer we got to our launch day to sort of remind everyone, hey, we still have this offer going live, and I just wanted everyone to know just before the offer was available. Now, only take calculated risks that you can afford to go wrong and build up confidence in these strategies, because business is a marathon, not a sprint. I don't want you going 20K in the red or even more just before your launch and then finding out that your offer wasn't good enough. All right. Now, the pro tip is that the real heroes actually start scaling months before November, right? They build up their engaged audiences, they build up their email lists, their phone lists, and they do this far before Black Friday and Cyber Monday because it's actually cheaper to advertise during that time. This brings me to tip number 3, which is offer beats advertising. If you have something that people want to buy, they'll buy it from you. even when your media buying isn't that great. However, if they don't want it, they won't buy it, regardless of how good your media buying is. And I can even show you that this year, the ads were managed better for this business. We did almost twice the revenue year on year through Facebook, yet organically and on Google, which is 90% branded search terms, we did 80,000 less. Which brings me to tip number 4, buy your inventory based on data and not on your gut feeling. Last year, the best sellers were by far the tees, labeled in blue, and socks, labeled in yellow. Out of the top 40 top sellers, hoodies were in place 32 and 35. Crew necks, shorts, and pants, even though they had those in stock last year, did not sell out or even make it in their top 40 items sold. In contradiction to the data, the business bought an immense amount of inventory of hoodies, shorts, crews, and pants that had the worst sell-through rate out of any category. Their strategic decision has almost led them to bankruptcy because that stock is almost illiquid. It's so hard to sell that the business has way too many products that this audience doesn't like or want, which was hidden in the data. Tip number 5. If you've missed tip number 4 and you actually have stock that doesn't sell, then tip number 5 is use Black Friday to liquidate your illiquid stock. It's one of the only times where you don't get like a weird or a frown from your customers when you heavily discount your stock, because every brand does it, right? So it is the only moment you'll have in a long time to really discount your stock and get rid of any stock that you can't get rid of otherwise. A little hack that you can use to get rid of illiquid stock are mystery boxes, because you can provide an even more insane discount than your regular Black Friday and Cyber Monday discount without hurting your brand image as much, because it's a mystery box. In essence, it allows you to discount more heavily and sell even more of the hard to sell stock, all the while giving the customer an insanely good deal for their money. So it's basically a win-win for every party involved. Tip number 6 is do more of what works. The one brand that I helped make over 190,000 euros in net sales and 48,000 euros in profit is a brand with just 10% repeat customers. They get 90% of their customers through Google Shopping, and our Google creatives and ads were performing extremely well. So we scaled the budgets aggressively. Before hopping on board in October, their ad spend was on average between 8,000 and 9,000. In October, I scaled this to 16,000, and in November, we scaled it to 31,000. That's the power of combining good products with confident media buying. What we do is actually super simple. There's no secret. You don't need some elaborate, difficult scaling strategy. I had creatives made with the offer concise and big on existing images. I then set up the ads and scaled the budgets whenever it was working. But people skipped the most important part, which was product market fit. If you have something that works, it's actually very easy to scale it. You just increase the budget. That's it. Which brings me to tip number 7, build a real business. As I mentioned, one of our clients was unprofitable, which is just a gut punch. And the thing is with this business is they're a reseller, which means they sell products from other well-known brands. They have zero control over the product, over the margins, or over the production process. There's one product in particular that generates roughly 90% of their revenue. 4 years back, when this business got started, nobody was selling that product in the US, so they brought it to the US. Sales skyrocketed and things were great. Every customer in the US had to come to them, and they could charge full price, leaving them with lots of profits. However, over the years, other resellers joined in on the party, and we weren't the only ones anymore. In fact, we're one of many now, and everybody is just offering the same product, same terms, and same shipping times. So good terms, good shipping prices. There's nothing really to improve there. And in essence, the only thing that they could compete on was the price. So what happened? Everybody started cutting prices and a race to the bottom got started. We soon came to realize that whenever we had a bad day or a bad couple of days, it was because someone else was offering the exact same product on Google, but cheaper. And we would lose that 90% of our revenue that was made up of this product, leaving us with an ultimatum anytime this happened. Do we keep our price high and make no sales? Or do we lower our prices even further and at least make some profit? A very hard decision because both had negative consequences. Over the years, I've seen this race to the bottom happen in front of my own eyes in a way that I hadn't before. And I now came to realize that the only thing that you can really do here is de-risk the business by adding other products to the business. Something that we did recommend, but we didn't drill home hard enough because we didn't realize the problem would get this worse as it did. And this year during Black Friday and Cyber Monday, there was one reseller in particular that was undercutting the price by such an insane amount that we couldn't compete, as it would drive us into losses even if we did sell the product. So in short, if someone else offers the same product as you do and you can only compete on price, you don't have a viable long-term business model. If you want a strong business, then don't build your business on someone else's product. And if you do decide to do that and become a reseller, then set up a real partnership where it's a win-win. For example, offer to pay them more for their products if they agree that you're the only reseller in that geographic. Or if you are a reseller and you can't be the only reseller, then at least be a reseller of a business that makes sure that every reseller is selling it at the same price. Because right now for us, it's a mess. Everyone is there are resellers going rogue. Nobody's retaining that recommended retail price, and things are just messy. Now, to summarize my top 3 most valuable insights for you whenever you do a promotion or whenever Black Friday comes around is: number 1, give people multiple real reasons to visit your site and buy from you. Number 2, start investing and building out your email lists long before you have an actual promotion. Most of your revenue potential is determined before the actual launch and not during or after the launch. Number 3, your offer beats your media buying. Focus on having the right inventory. Make certain that what you're selling matches with what they're buying. That's it for today. Apply these tips and you'll make a lot more profit next year. If you'd like more case studies like this one, hit the subscribe button, and there's a recommended video somewhere around this video as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another one. Cheers.